Hey, what's going on, True Fam? Welcome back to the channel. It's Whiteshadow, and today, guys, we're going to do something a little bit new to the channel. We're going to be going over a professional streamer's setup. So let's go ahead and check out who we're going to be going over today. So today, guys, we're going to be going over Ninja's brand new setup that Red Bull just set up for him a little late in 2018 last year. We're going to be going over every piece of gear that he uses in his current setup and why he uses it, and kind of going over the price point of each item and kind of how you would incorporate this into your stream if you wanted something similar to it. We all know that Ninja's setup is pretty unique. It's probably over a couple $100,000, so this is going to be some gear that you could potentially take from his setup and kind of add to your own to enhance your content. You don't need everything in this setup. This is really over the top, but I thought it would be a fun series to do to kind of show what all of these streamers are doing with this new technology and how you can incorporate it later on. So let's go ahead and jump into some things here. Alright guys, the first thing we are going to start with in Ninja's brand new setup is the camera. So he is actually using 3 of these bad boys. This is the Blackmagic Ursa Mini Pro. This is a 4K production style camera, and it's freaking incredible. If you've ever heard of the company Blackmagic, you know they make some of the best cameras and production style equipment on the market. They make capture cards, they make production boards for audio, video, they make everything. And the Ursa Mini Pro is a fantastic camera. I've actually personally used this camera before, and I can 100% say the optics on this thing are incredible. I don't know why you would ever need this thing for Twitch, because you can't do 4K back out to Twitch, but he's got 3 of these bad boys, and I do believe they're right around $4,000 a piece, but they are a sweet camera. Super jealous that he has 3 of them, because I can make some serious YouTube content, and that's kind of why Ninja has these. He can record, he has a media server, we'll get into that in just a second. He has a media server and all of that fun stuff that he can record all of this footage and spit it back out to. So he's got a lot to work with here in terms of camera prowess that is literally greater than anything else I've ever seen in a Twitch streaming setup. So yeah, he's got 3 of these bad boys, and I do believe he just added a 4th one. So the fact that he has 4 Ursa Mini Pros, as you can see, I mean, people use these things for everything in the production side. They are crazy cameras and are able to do 4K 60 FPS if he wanted to. Now, controlling the Ursa Mini Pro, you need a decent audio video controller, and he's actually using the new ATEM TV Studio from Blackmagic. I mean, you buy a Blackmagic camera, you should buy their Blackmagic controller boards and things of that sort. So this actually handles all of the different camera angles that he can do inside of his studio. So this is kind of like a stream deck, if you will, just for the camera. And what this does is it interfaces into the streaming PC and allows him to control all of the different camera angles. So if he gets up and runs back to his analyst table, that's right behind him. He has an analyst table behind him. He has a camera angle for the dogs, and then he has another one where he can stand up and just kind of do the pon and things of that sort. So he can have this programmed to do all sorts of different camera angles while he's streaming. He could even have somebody running the board for him in the background if he so chose to. So that's a really cool dynamic that I've never seen before. I think the only other stream I've seen is Dr. Disrespect, but we'll cover his setup in a different video if I can find all the specs and everything for it. Now, the next piece of gear in his setup that actually quite surprised me, and what was kind of funny, Red Bull in the video actually mislabeled this microphone. If you go back and watch the video from Red Bull, they mislabeled this as the Rode NT2000, which the NT2000 is a condenser style microphone. It's a very expensive condenser microphone. This is actually the one that he uses, which is the Electro Voice RE20. This is one of the absolute best dynamic microphones on the market. I would say it's right up with the Shure SMB, but I'm super excited to see that he's using this mic, because it is one of the best mics for broadcasting. If you're a broadcaster, you pick a couple different mics to choose from. So you have the Shure SM7B, this guy, the Rode Procaster, and then of course Electro Voice. So you have the RE320, the RE20, and the RE27/N. The RE20 is one of the most popular in that list, and it's really cool to see him using it. I just wish they would have labeled it correctly in the video, because this microphone deserves a ton of credit. Going over Ninja's build, each one of these builds, it comes from NZXT, and it is in his Ninja custom case. He's actually partnered with NZXT, and he spec'd out this build with NZXT, and he actually has 3 of these PCs running. He has one for gaming, one for streaming, and then one that captures all of the video content, and he's able to edit it and spit it back out to his multiple TVs in the room for video content if he wants to do like a review videos, or if he wants to have a stream where he kind of teaches you how he does stuff. So yeah, he's got 3 of these things, and kind of going over the specs here. Of course, he's got the H700i Ninja case. He's got one of the best motherboards you can get for the Intel Core i9-9900K, the Asus ROG Maximus, I think that's 11, right? Hero motherboard. That's a very expensive motherboard. The Intel Core i9-9900K, one of the best processors on the planet right now. That's 8 cores, 16 threads of pure processing power, and it can hit right around 5 to 5.5 gigahertz with the right CPU cooler, which it seems they have right here because they're using the Kraken X72. I use the Kraken X52 and can say the Kraken coolers are some of the best coolers on the market right now. So he's using the X72, the high-end one, and he's also using a 2080 Ti in all of his rigs. So he's got top-tier specs there, 32 gigs of G-Skill Trident Z, Intel Optane memory, Seagate Barracuda, and it's a sweet PC. He's got 3 top-tier PCs. I do believe the 2080 Ti's are liquid cooled by NZXT Krakens as well, and man, I'm pretty jealous of that system because it runs circles around everything that I have and everything a lot of streamers use. As you can see here, it's able to run Fortnite at its max frame rate, which is 180 FPS or more. That's just projected. 3 $5,000 builds for his PCs. That's pretty intense. Now, he has probably one of my favorite sets of headphones. He's used these for years now, and this is the Beyerdynamic DT990 Pros. The DT990 Pros, I've actually reviewed these. You guys know how I feel about them, but I'm going to go over them once more on the channel because they're fantastic headphones. You see him wearing these on the stream all of the time, and he paired it with an awesome headphone amplifier, which is one of my personal favorite of all time, which is Creative Sound Blaster X7. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Creative, and when I found out that Ninja was using the X7, I was like, my man, you know good audio when you see it. That is a fantastic headphone amplifier, and it pairs very, very well with the DT990s. Brings out a lot of detail in gaming. Now I showed you the stuff that I can visually show you a representation of, which is arguably some of the most important pieces of his setup, but also he has this massive room covered in Samsung LED TVs. He's got soundproofing material on the walls, custom lighting, and all of that fun stuff that I can't show you a visual representation of because I don't know which models they used, but he has 5 Samsung LEDs of various sizes on one wall to kind of project his Ninja logo, and behind that he also has a custom built media server. Now, one of the PCs from NZXT that I talked about actually handles capturing a ton of content from his stream. So he has a PC dedicated to recording while live. And what that does is it spits everything back out to a media server and stays on that server that he can access from that very same PC to display on any one of those TVs. So he also, like I said, he has an analyst table right behind him. He can actually jump back there on the analyst table and show off like some skills and stuff and teach his viewers how he does all of his plays. So he can actually have teaching streams as well. He can do YouTube content, he can cover sports, anything with that media server, and it's always recording every time he's live. I don't know the specs of the server, but I would say it's probably a top tier spec media server with all of the content that he has pumping out on a daily basis. I mean, the guy does 8-hour streams a day. So, I mean, he's pumping a ton of content onto the server, and able to take it, edit it right there, spit it back out to Twitch, YouTube, wherever the heck he pleases. So that's a super cool setup that, in my opinion, that I would like to have, because it enables him to capture everything on the fly. He doesn't have to record, save it, put it here. It's playing, recording, and putting it on a server all in one go, and that takes a lot of thought and throughput from every PC and the server itself to be able to pull that off. So good on whoever set that up. Going to the custom lighting in his setup, I'm going to link that actual video somewhere below so you guys can check it out, so you can see what I'm talking about with the lighting. But he does have production stage studio lighting, and it's different. People are like, oh, well, he said this is going to be like something people have never seen before. Well, technically it is. I mean, we're not talking he's using nano lights or Philips hues and things of that sort in his setup. He's not using any of that. This is true studio lighting that you would see on a full production stage, like concert or something of that sort. So he's using studio lighting that's adjustable from a controller, and he's got multiple presets. So when he's in a top 10 situation, it will change automatically. The lighting will change to like a red or like a pinkish style color to indicate that he's in a high intensity situation. When he wins, he can press another button and a disco ball drops down from the top, and he'll do like a dance or something like that. He's got a custom setting, so if he wants to do the pon, it'll change RGB style lighting in the room. He's got all sorts of different light settings inside of that control box that he has right there on his desk. I haven't seen him use it much. I'm not sure if he's learned the entire setup yet, but it's there and it's super cool. It's probably one of the best implementations of lighting I have seen on Twitch to date. I've never really seen studio lighting used in that aspect before. So it's pretty cool to see all of these production studio style stuff, because I'm a production guy. I've been doing production most of my life. I love that sort of stuff. So it's kind of cool to see that being used on Twitch to this caliber. Everything that I've named here in this setup, I mean, there's more stuff that I literally don't know about because it's just not out there. But everything that I've named here is pretty top tier, and he has one of the best setups on Twitch. So guys, if you like this video and you want to see me go over more pro streaming setups to see what we could potentially use in ours, or just seeing what the pros use, hit that like button and be sure to smash the subscribe button before you guys leave. If you guys want to follow myself or TRUgaming on any of our social medias, be sure to do so by hitting one of those links in the description below. And I'd love to see you guys come hang out with me on stream sometime. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday every day starting at 10:30, ending right around 4 or 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And I'd love for you guys to come hang out with me and chat. But guys, that about wraps it up for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. I'm probably going to do one of these per month. So until next time, until the next video, Whiteshadow out.